In this video, we're given a graph, and we're supposed to translate that into a piecewise function. Okay, so we got to be careful about it, but let's just view it in two pieces like this. So my first piece will be this part over here, which I'm coloring it blue. Okay, that'll be my first piece. And then I'll make another piece of my piecewise function that I'm coloring here in pink. Okay, so that's the basic idea. So let's write an equation for the blue function first. All right, so looking at the blue function, the slope, because we're thinking y equals mx plus b, you know? So the first thing I need is the slope that goes right here. Is this blue function going to have a positive slope or a negative slope? I'm hoping you can tell it's going to be a negative slope because of the way it goes downhill from left to right. So whatever else I do, I know that that blue function is going to have a negative slope. It's going to start with a negative something. Now, do you see that it's going down 1 over 1? Okay, so that's like 1 over 1 is my rise over run. So that's just 1. So I'm just going to wind up having negative x because it's just negative 1. Did I lose anyone just then? Okay, now I still need the y-intercept, that b value. What's the y-intercept of the blue line, guys? All right, I kind of covered it up with these fat lines, but it touches the y-axis here at negative 5. So I'm going to put a minus 5 on the end for the y-intercept. Okay? Now all we need is that part at the end, the domain, where we say, oh, for x values greater than this, or x values less than that. So I'm going to say if x is, okay. Now, what is the x value where it changes from blue to pink?
0.
Correct. The x value is 0. That's too big. Hold on. That's still messing up. Yeah, the cutoff point is right here. It's at the y-axis. It's at 0. So it's something 0. So do I want x values less than 0 or x values that are greater than 0?
Less than.
Yeah, this blue function is going to the left. So I need those x values that are less than 0. Now the question is going to be, Mr. Burton, do I just do less than 0? Or should I say less than or equal to 0? Okay, and here's what I'm saying. That's going to be your choice. All right, for the blue function and the pink function, I'm going to let one of them own 0, put an equal on that. And I'll let the other one have the 0 not included. But it's your choice. It would be the same function either way. So I'm going to go ahead and let the blue function own 0 and go ahead and put less than or equal to 0. That means when I get to the pink function, I won't put an equal to. So there's no ambiguity. But either way is fine. Okay? So that's it for the blue function. So now the pink function comes, and it's almost the same thing. But this time it's going up 1 over 1. So that's going to be positive x. It still has a y-intercept of negative 5, so I'm going to put minus 5. This time it's going to the right, so I'm going to say greater than 0. And I already told the blue function that it could have 0. I'll let the blue function be equal to 0. So I'll make sure to leave the pink function not equal to. I'll just leave it greater than. All right, so that's it for number 14. Did that make sense? Let's do one more. Okay, looking at number 15. Again, we're given the graph, and we're supposed to make this piecewise function. Can you give me any suggestions here? These are just flat lines. I'm confused. What do I do with these flat lines? What? I don't know.
You write into.
Tell me something.
You write in
Okay, is it going to be like y equals mx plus b? So let's see. Let's colorize this. So let this first part will be a blue one. What am I going to put for this guy?
4.
Because it's flat, it'll just be 4, just a constant. Okay? As an equation, it would be like y equals 4. That's it. No x value, no nothing. Just a 4. Does that make sense?
Don't you put like the inequalities there next to
Oh yeah, I'm going to put like the little domain thing with it. So if we're cool with the fact that it's just a 4, not 4x or anything like that, now we can go ahead and say if x values are, what do you think? We're going to say greater or less?
Less.
It's going to the left, so I'm going to say less than. Do I say or equal to, or just leave it less than? I'm going to say or equal to because of the way it's a closed circle. Okay? And what's the number where it stops? What's the x value where it stops? Okay? Yeah, look right here. This is the discontinuity is right here at -5. So that's why I'm going to say less than or equal to an x value of -5. Okay, you always have to look at the x-axis. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, it's not. All right, now let's look at the next piece, which I've colored here in pink. The entire pink segment is at a y value. What height is this at? What y value is this pink at? What number am I going to put? Where is it? 1. It's at 1. So I'm definitely just going to put a 1 down, and I'm going to say if. Now, see how this is has a beginning and an end. So this is going to be like a little sandwich, a little number sandwich. So it starts at -5, and it ends at 4. So I'm going to say -5 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 4, because it runs between -5 and 4 if I look at the x-axis. Notice how I'm just using a less than sign at the -5 because it's an open circle, but I'm using a less than or equal to at the 4 because it's a closed circle. Any questions on the pink part? Okay, so I'll do this last part in green. Okay, now, Ethan, looking at the green part, what number am I going to put down? I'm going to put down -2 because this is a horizontal line at -2. And tell me what to write next. X is greater than 4. All right, it's an open circle, so I don't put the equal to line under it. It's going to the right, so that's greater than. So that's it for number 15.